What if you were told that the popular Hollywood concept of prenuptial agreements is not quite so cut and dry in the realm of Indian matrimonial law? Well, brace yourself, because that's exactly the case. A prenuptial agreement, or premarital agreement, is a legal document that lays out the financial rights and obligations of each party in the event of a divorce. These contracts have gained a substantial amount of attention in recent years, but they're not as straightforward as one might think. In the legal landscape of India, prenuptial agreements are not explicitly recognized. There's no specific law that enforces them. Yet, they aren't entirely dismissed either. They're seen as valid contracts between two parties, subject to certain conditions. Indian courts hold the discretion to consider the terms of a prenuptial agreement when deciding the division of assets during a divorce proceeding. But it's important to note that they don't necessarily have to abide by it. Now, what makes a prenuptial agreement valid under Indian law? Three key elements stand out. First, there must be full disclosure of assets and liabilities by both parties. Any concealment could render the agreement invalid. Second, both parties must voluntarily consent to the agreement. Coercion or force of any kind is a big no-no. Lastly, the terms of the agreement must be fair. Unfair or one-sided agreements will likely not hold up in court. It's crucial for both parties to seek independent legal advice before entering into a prenuptial agreement. This helps ensure that their rights are adequately protected. Prenuptial agreements aren't without their misconceptions. Many believe they're exclusively for the wealthy, or that they somehow undermine the sanctity of marriage. Neither of these notions is necessarily true. A prenuptial agreement is essentially a precautionary measure, much like an insurance policy. It provides clarity and certainty, but it's not foolproof. To sum it up, a prenuptial agreement is a personal choice. It's a decision that should be made after careful consideration and consultation with legal professionals. By understanding the legal implications and requirements of prenuptial agreements under Indian law, couples can better protect their interests and assets in the event of a divorce. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it might just save you a lot of heartache down the line.